Okay, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi amma ba'd. So inshallah, today we'll do Suratul Fil. And okay, let's do so. Then inshallah, see after that how much time is left. Then inshallah, we can do something else. Okay, so Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. So this anyone knows about the
Question.
Excellent. Is a question. If you remember, we have two words, and hal. So is just a questioning word. And then lam. Anyone knows about lam?
Lam is
Negation not.
Excellent. Excellent. That is the answer. That lam is one of those words which make the mudare majzoom. And because of lam, whatever is coming after lam, number one, please pay attention. Whatever is coming after lam, it has to be fail mudare. Is clear. Someone's mic is not mute. If you can just please mute the mic. Okay. So I was saying that whatever will come after lam, it will definitely be a mudare in majzoom form. And this is word tara. Tara. Actual word is yara. Okay. And tara, obviously tara, as you know, is at number 6. Sorry, number 4. Okay. The actual word is yara, and the mazi form is, let me show you actually all the 3 forms. I opened it here. Just give me 1 second. Yes. No yet. Not yet. Maybe I did not save that one. This is the same thing which I have already shared with you. Just if you be with me for 1 second, I just want to show you one thing. Okay, remember that I have shared, because sometimes the reason I opened this page is, this page is also has been shared with you, which gives you all the analysis of the surah. Now, if you want to see the meaning, just copy the word from here, copy it, and go to your this source and just simply paste it here and then press it. You see, it will show you all the form. So this one is the madi form, this one is the mudare form, and this one is the amr form. So ra'a, yara, and only ra. So these are the 3 forms of this word, and all the complete charts are given as well. Please, brothers and sisters, if we really want to learn this thing, this source is a pure, inshallah, treasure for all of us. You simply copy the word and just paste it. It will show you actual form of the word. Secondly, you remember it has ya and it has hamza as well. So this word has 2 of those letters, which we discussed that if any of these letters become the part of the original letters, it has huruf illat. This one has 2 words. So that's why I'm not going into too much detail of this one, but look at this word. This was the actual words tara. This was the word tara. This ya has been dropped. Why? Because lam was to make it majzoom. Because of being majzoom, this last ya has been dropped. And now, as you can see, that the text has remained only tara. It was actually tara by ending with the alif maksura ya. Okay, alif maksura ya was here, but that has been dropped because of this lam. Okay, now I mean questioning, lam, tara. Tara mean to see something, and because tara can be you, it can be she, because you know that fail mudare for you number 7 and she number 4 look the same. This one is for you. Okay, Allah is basically addressing directly to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and asking him, have you not seen? Okay, tara mean you see. Lam tara, you did not see. You can translate it by using did not. You can translate by using have not. Why? Because when you say madi, please pay attention. In Arabic language, madi simply means that action has completed, and mudare mean action is still continue. So you can say, you can translate this lam tara as did not see or you have not seen. Because of it become a question. Have you not seen? Okay, now the question comes, have you not seen what? The reason I repeat these things, I want you to how to think about the text, because we need to learn the method of thinking as well. So when you say to someone, have you not seen? The question is, seen what? And we all know the answer of what is our maf'ul, because the answer for what, why, where, how, when, all of this is maf'ul, different forms of maf'ul. So it means that now whatever you read after tara, it will be in the place of maf'ul. Now kaifa, as we know that kaifa is also a questioning word. Kaifa means how. Okay. Fa'ala, fa'ala is a madi. Okay. Fa'ala is fi'l madi. Inside of fa'ala, you have the built-in huwa. Why? Because fa'ala is number 1 in the madi chart. It has a built-in doer huwa. Kaifa mean how. Fa'ala mean he did. How he did. Rabbuka. Yes, that is the point. Rabbuka. Rabbu and ka. 2 words. Rabbu. We can see Rabbu is a ism in Rafa status. And we have repeated again and again this point. And please understand this point one more time. That in Jumla Failure, because Fa'ala is a fail, from Fa'ala Jumla Failure has started. And in Jumla Failure, if you have a ism in Rafa status, it plays the role of outside doer and it cancels the built-in doer, which means Fa'ala has a built-in he. Now he will be cancelled. Now Rabbu ka, Rabbu and ka together is a mudaf ilay. How do I know this? Please pay attention. We have learned the rule again and again. When you see, obviously ka is an attached pronoun. We said that if pronoun is attached with the ism, it is always mudaf ilay. One more time. If pronoun like ka, in this case, is attached with the ism, it is always mudaf ilay. So this mudaf ilay, rabbu ka, actually rabbu is the outside doer, but rabbu is connected with the ka, you can take them together. Rabbu ka, your Rabb. So how your Rabb did. Kaifa fa'ala, how he did. But now you will say how your Rabb did. Okay. Ba, this ba is a harf jar. Ashabi, because of the ba, ashabi has gone into jar status. Ba and ashabi is a jar majroor phrase. That is one point. But ashabi is connected with the al-fili. How do I know this? Al-fili is in a jar status. And we know the principle, whenever we see ism in a jar status, we need to see what is before it. And before it is ashabi, and ashabi is not a preposition. So now the only possibility is the al-fili is the mudaf ilay and ashabi is the mudaf. Now, ba is harf jar, ashabi al-fili together will be majroor. Even though, please pay attention, ba is jar, ashabi is majroor, end of story. But because ashabi is connected with the fili, we put them in the same bucket. Otherwise, directly only ashabi was majroor. Now ba mean with, ashabi mean companions, al-fil mean the elephant. Let's complete the whole thing. Have you not seen how your Rabb did with the companions of the elephant? Any question about the first ayah?
Yes, brother. I want to ask one question. Lam
Yes.
tara is mudare majzoom. It comes in number 4, but we are not taking as a she here. We are taking as a he here. What's the reason?
Okay, sister, I did not take it as a she, I take it as a you. And the reason is in Mudare, the word for which is at number 4, she, and number 7, you, they are always written same. If you look at your Mudare chart, number 4 in Mudare chart and number 7, number 4 is she and number 7 is you, one male you. They look the same. We define with the context because we know the context is, that's why we translate it as you and not as she. Otherwise, Tara can be you, Tara can be she, context will define. Is it clear, sister?
Yes, all clear.
Okay.
Is here, can we translate Fa'ala as dealt?
Yes, you can translate it. Yes, I basically, I literally translate it as this one, but obviously you can always choose the better words because I just make it the literal translation because fala mean to do something.
Yeah.
But you are
Okay.
right. You can say dealt. You are definitely right. Because remember one point, and please pay attention. This is the belief of Ahlus Sunnah that Quran cannot be translated. Remember this word. Quran cannot be translated. Quran is only in Arabic. End of story. When we translate Quran in any language, that is actually the tafsir. It is actually a tafsir in a very subtle way because there's no such thing as translation of the Quran. And that is the reason ulama, they say a translation of the meanings of the Quran. They do not say translation of the Quran. So remember this point. Any question about the first ayah? Okay, let's inshallah look at the second. And by the way, the only reason I am not putting every single word here, number one, we have done, mashallah, so far 7 surahs. Okay, so I don't think that we need to do the same way as we did the first surah. That's one point. Second point is, please, I want you to encourage to do it by yourself as well. Until and unless you do not try, you cannot learn. It is as simple as it is. Okay, so second ayah, alam yaj'al, again, a is a harf of questioning, lam is the word which make the mudare majzoom, and that is the reason yaj'alu has become yaj'al. Now a questioning, lam yaj'al, okay, yaj'al, we all know that yaj'ala mean to make. Yaj'al, he makes, okay, but because of lam, please pay attention, because lam mean did not. Because of this lam, we translate this next word in the past tense. Okay, actual is lam yaj'al, he did not make. Alam yaj'al, had he not made, or did he not make? You can say, did he not make? Did he not? Okay, did he not make what? Clear? It means that now the answer for what is coming, and answer for what is your maf'ul. Now, did he not make kaida? Kaida mean plan or secret plan. Kaida mean a plan or a secret plan. You can translate either ways. Now, kaida and whom. Once again, whom is a attached pronoun. In this case, pronoun is attached with the ism because kaida mean plan and it's a ism. Kaida whom, their plan. It is a mudaf ilay, but it is playing the role of maf'ul. And that is the reason you have kaida. We know that maf'ul is in nasab status. Please pay attention. Outside doer or file is in rafa status and maf'ul is in nasab status. That is the reason it is kaida. It is not kaidi or kaidu. Actual word is kaidun. Listen, actual word is kaidun. Because you want to use this one as mudaf, that is the reason you remove the tanween and you use only kaida. It was actually kaidan, but because mudaf cannot have tanween, for this reason you make it single haraka. Kaidahum, their plan or their secret plan. Did he not make their secret plan? Fi, we all know that fi is a jar, and because of fi, it is tadlilin in jar status. And tadlil, you can say, it is basically from dalala, from misguidance, from error. Okay, fi tadlil. Did he not make their plan into error? This is a literal translation. You can look at the how they translate it, but literally it means, did he not make their plan into error? Fi mean in, you can say also into, because there is no separate word for into. You can say fi as in or into, depending on the context. One more time, did he not make their plan into error? There is a literal translation, word by word. Now your question about second ayah.
In that way, we translate second ayat as did not, and first one is have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, but the first I said before that this difference is in English language. In terms of the Arabic language, because when you use the lam, the job of lam is it takes the meaning into madi, and madi mean action has completed. And either you say have not or you say did not. In both cases, action has completed. So it is a difference in when you translate in English. But in case of Arabic language, there is no difference because Arabic has only two categories. Either action has completed, which is madi, or action has not done yet, which is mudare. And because of lam, the next word has gone into madi.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
This ta with the tadlil is the part of the word, or it's just
Yes.
some?
Yes. Yes.
It's part of the word. Okay.
It's a ism. It's a ism. It's not. I can see your point, Brother Asif, because this ta can give you a confusion. It may be fail mudare, but there are two signs. Sign number one, this jar can only come before the ism. That is one sign. Second sign is tanween.
Hmm, okay. No, I thought because the actual word is dalala, so that start with the doa.
Okay.
But ta
Inshallah.
is attached with.
Okay. Because we have not studied the families yet, that the how words are constructed, inshallah, it will be inshallah clear at that time, inshallah.
Okay, Jazakallah.
But for now, we know one thing for sure, that this whole thing is a ism. Why? Because of tanween.
Right.
Next ayah, wa arsala alayhim. And by the way, fi tadlilin is a mutalliq bil fail. And after this, the whole sentence is, did he not make their plan into error? So this fi tadlil part is the mutalliq bil fail. Which fail? This yaj'al. Because we know that jar majroor phrase is always mutalliq bil fail in case of jumla failure. Now, wa arsala alayhim tayran ababil. Wow is a harf ataf, just to connect this sentence with the previous one. Okay. Now, arsala, a sound in the start and a sound in the end. It is a fail madi. Arsala and arsala, and let me show you in this chart as well, so you can see the different forms. Yes, this is, you see, arsala yursilu, arsil, arsala yursilu, arsil. These are the three forms of this, and it means to send. It means to send someone, to send someone. Okay. Now,
Excuse me, brother, why not it's Fele Mudare? Because it's Arsala. It's a start with Hamza.
okay, very good question, sister. Very good question. Okay. Sister, first I give you the answer why not fail mudare. Okay. Because fi'l mudari has always dhamma at the end. Remember this point. Fi'l mudari ends with dhamma, and this does not have dhamma in the original form. That is the one answer. Second answer, sister, is that so far we have only discussed those fi'l madi which has simply 3 letters. Okay, this fi'l madi has 4 letters. This alif is extra, and then ra, sin, and lam. That is because we have not discussed this one yet. This was the reason of confusion, but the simple answer for your question is that it cannot be mudare for a simple reason, and that is mudare and with dhamma. Is that clear?
Yes, all good.
Okay. Now, wow mean and or sala. It is number 1 in the Madi chart. He sent. He sent. Alayhim. Ala and him is a jar majroor phrase, and jar majroor phrase is called mutallik bil fail. Which fail? This fail. Wa or sala, and he sent alayhim upon them. He sent upon them what? You see, sent upon them what? Answer for what will be your maf'ul. So what was sent? Tayran. Okay, tayran. Tayran mean birds. And ababil mean flocks. You know, like birds come in a flock, like all of them together. So ababil mean basically when something comes in a flock, when the birds come in a flock. Now, I was looking at different books. This ababil, it can be the sifa for tayran, and it can also be, actually it cannot be the what you say mudaf ilay, because mudaf ilay is in jar status, which is this one is not in jar status. So tayran is the mawsuf and ababil is the sifa. So basically tayran, bird. Which birds? Those birds who came as a flock. So this is the description of those birds. One more time, arsala is a fail madi. Inside of arsala, huwa is the file. Alayhim is a jar majroor phrase, and it is the mutallik bil fail. And tayran is the maf'ul, and ababil is the sifa for this tayran. And the translation for the whole ayah is, he sent upon them birds, or you can say he sent upon them flock of birds. It is the problem of the translation. In actually, we know that this is mawsuf sifa construction. Clear? Okay. Next ayah is tarmihim bihijaratim min sijil. Now, tarmi and him, these are two words. Tarmi and him. Now let's look at the word tarmi. Actual word is rama. Madi form is yarmi. And command form is irmi without the ya. That is one point. Second point is that because the word used is tarmi, and I said before that tarmi can be for huwa and tarmi can be for she. Now, in our example, yes. So tarmi and him, they are two words. First of all, please pay attention. We discussed this point previously. Let me repeat again that this attached pronoun is sometimes attached with the ism like rabbuka, and sometimes attached with the fi'l. When attached with the ism, it is always mudaf ilay case. Which pronoun attached pronoun become the mudaf ilay and rabbu become the mudaf. When it is attached with the fi'l, it is always your maf'ul. One more time. When pronoun is attached with the fi'l, like tarmi is fi'l mudare, okay, and him is the attached pronoun, and because of this, this will become your, him will become your maf'ul, because whenever pronoun is attached with the fi'l, it is always maf'ul. So in the form of tarmi, you got your fail, and inside of tarmi, there is a built-in doer. Now the question is, what is this doer? Okay, now this doer is here she, and it is referring to tayran, this tayratun, this tayran. Because of tayran, tayran is a non-human plural. That's why we use tarmi. Remember this point, because this tarmi means to hit something or to strike something. Okay, because birds are the one who are striking. So this tarmi is referring to the birds, and it is number 4 used in the chart because birds are non-human plural. So for non-human, you use the feminine singular verb. Okay, now tarmi him, they hit them. They mean the birds, but because birds are non-human, that's why I did not use the they as the masculine they or feminine they. Rather, you use the singular feminine, even though you translate as they. So they hit them. They hit them. Bihijaratin. Ba is a jar and hijaratin is a majroor. Okay. Ba is a jar. Hijaratin is majroor. Bihijaratin, with the stone, because hajar means stone and hijaratin is basically coming as a broken plural. Okay, with the stone, min sijilin. Again, min is a preposition, and because of min, sijili, it is not sijilu or sijila. Okay, min sijili. Now I can't remember the English word for, anyone knows the word for sijil? I don't know. Let me just check the word, please. Give me 1 second. Okay, they translate sijil as the hard clay. You know, the when we make different parts, so it's basically the hard clay. Okay, now let's translate it. They hit them with the stones. Which stone? Min sijilin, from the hard clay. So you can say that this min sijilin is a description of hijaratin. Clear? So this min sijilin is a jar majroor phrase, but it is coming as a description of hijaratin. So hijaratin can be mausoof, and min sijilin, the complete phrase, as the sifa. Okay, they hit them with the stone made of clay. Now your question about this one. Okay, now the next.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Abdul Bari here.
Yes.
You said hijaratin and min sijilin mausuf sifa. Okay.
Because, brother Bari, because
Yeah.
hijaratin it means stones.
Yeah.
And min sijilin, that from the hard clay. As you can see that this from the hard clay is the description for the stone. For this reason, this min sijilin is is playing the role of sifa,
Right.
because it is describing hijaratin. And as you can see that they are matching in the properties as well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So it is not actually sifa. It is playing the role of sifa basically. It is
Right.
actually jar
Yeah.
majroor phrase.
Understood.
So faja'alahum, again, fa is also a harf ataf. It only connects the sentences, okay? And you can translate fa in different ways depending on the context. Okay, now actual word is ja'ala. And we know that this is ja'ala and this was yaj'alu. Same word, ja'ala and yaj'alu. This yaj'alu became yaj'al because of this lam. And this ja'ala is fail madi. Okay, and then whom is the attached pronoun, and I just mentioned before that whenever pronoun is attached with the fail, it is always that pronoun will be your maf'ul. Okay, jala, he made. Okay, or you can say yes, he made actually. and hum mean them. He made them. Okay, he made them what? Kasfim Makul. Even though we don't know what this thing is, but we know one thing, that this thing is playing the role of maf'ul. Why? Because it is answering the question of what? Because when you say he made them, the question is he made them what? He made them Kasfim Makul. Now, let's look at them one by one. Now, Makulin. First of all, it is a ism. Why? Because of tanween and in jar status. Okay. Now, Ka'asfim Makulin. This ka is a preposition, by the way. And because of the ka, it has become asfin. Okay. And asf mean, you can say straw, or you can also say, you know, the straw of a branch, the straw, that's basically asf mean. Okay. So ka is a preposition and asf mean straw. STRAW. Okay. Now, Ja'alahum, he made them. Ka, like, asfin, straw, ma'kulin, chewed. When something has been is being eaten and you chew something, this chew is called ma'kul. It's basically akala. Akala means he ate. Okay, yakulu. That from that same family, the word ma'kulin means something which is chewed in your mouth. Okay, fajalahum. So he made them, and or you can say he made them ka'asfim ma'kulin. Ka is the, once again, ka is the preposition, asfin is the majroor part, and asfin is being described by ma'kulin. Asfin means straw, but which straw? Ma'kulin, which has been chewed. So ma'kulin is playing the role of sifa for asfin, and they are matching in their properties as well. So, and or so he made them straw. Which straw? Chewed. He made them the like the chewed straw. Any question about this last ayah?
And what is the fa? I missed that.
Okay, sister, as we have the waw as a harf ataf, but we know as well that waw has many, waw comes in many categories, and one of the waw is a harf ataf, means
Yes.
a connector. Likewise, there are different types of fa, but one of the fa which came in this case is a fa same like waw as connector.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
But we need to keep in mind, like we have different forms of waw, as one of the waw is harf jar, one of the waw is a connector. Likewise, this fa in this case is coming as harf ataf or connector. And if you go for the whole ayah again, jala is madi, inside of jala huwa or he is the inside file, hum is the maf'ul part, and kasfi ma'kul is also, or you can say kasfi ma'kul is the muta'alliq bil, this one, muta'alliq bil fail, because ka is a preposition. But inside of it, asfin and ma'kulin, they are the mawsuf sifa. But when you put them together, it is a jar majroor phrase. Ka is the jar part. Asfin ma'kulin together, you can say the majroor part, and jar majroor become muta'alliq bil fail. Clear this one? Any question about any of the ayahs we discussed? Okay, if there's no question, because time is short, I cannot open a new subject, but inshallah tomorrow we'll talk about, inshallah, some of the points about the vocabulary book as well. But inshallah, for now, your task is just to, inshallah, do the analysis of this surah, and please at least try. If you try, even though if you got all of them wrong, no problem with that one. Trying is the key, inshallah, for learning. And if you got any question, I always say this, and that's all I can do. If any one of you is struggling, please reach out to me. I have no problem, inshallah, to sit with you one-on-one. But please try your best, inshallah. And remember this point, inshallah, whatever time you spend on learning Quran, because of this barakah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make your all the affairs gathered with the barakah of the time you spend on the learning of Quran. And I always say this is the best form of worship, brothers and sisters, learning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's speech. Okay, inshallah, tomorrow we'll see you, but please try to analyze this surah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.